Alright, what's up? I'm just gonna do some solves at first, and then when more people stop by, I guess I'll start watching the finals. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm pretty excited to watch it. Hopefully it's pretty good. I heard it's pretty good. I heard a few things about the winners, but I don't know like exactly what happened, so hopefully no spoilers in the chat. So yeah. Streaming a bit early today, I think, so I'm not sure how many people can stop by. Alright. Alphonse, hello. Hi. Just out of curiosity, how many people in the chat have actually watched it? Because I haven't watched it. Or how many people in the chat know who they won or whatever. Coming 7, not bad. 2 coming 7s actually. Nice. Alright, doing resolve. F? Yep. Pretty much. Okay, actually, that's a bit of bad edge, but that's fine. Let's start this thing actually. Alright. I'm going to turn my mic down a bit so you guys can hear it a bit better. What square one do I recommend for a beginner? I recommend this one, Usual Magic. It's pretty cheap, it's under 10 bucks, magnetic and pretty smooth and fast. I think that's pretty good. How it turns so fast? Lots of practice. I'm not even that fast compared to the top people. Like if you watch the championships, Aiden Bartlett and Makoa Takatoota, I'm not trying to say his name, but both people are extremely fast actually. I'm not that fast yet. But yeah, this is the game I recommend. Pro Shop is even better, but it's more expensive. Alright, let's see how this works out. Okay, hopefully you can hear it fine. So, that's a typically fine.
I've had a really good Eric, on the laptop, I'm going to pull up all the finalists for 3x3 in order, their WCA profiles.
Will do.
You could do that.
We've got 2x2 next. They're going to be setting up for that momentarily. For this final, just like other smaller ones, there will not be stationary competitors. They will be moving people to and from stations because 2x2 scrambles are just that important.
Definitely. All right, I'm going to go and do some homework here. So, who was commenting 2x2? Jay!
It's Jay
Please
and me.
take your seat. I'm going to go and snatch this laptop, though. BRB, have fun.
Watch. I have some.
Howdy, howdy.
That's
good.
All right, now for 2x2. So,
Hey guys, since this is not fixed stations, I'll just announce all the names
we just
for the
saw
finals for 2x2.
Max win his 5th event. Now tied with Felix for most ever World Championship titles held at one point in time.
And there is still a 3x3 left to come.
He could pass Felix.
He could do the 6-Pete, or 6.
He could win a third of the events.
He could win a third of the events. Nuts.
Yeah. Also, camera, like center yourself a bit.
I need to go this way.
This way. All right.
There we go.
Lit.
I'm in the correct position, everybody. Pulling up the laptop here on our
16th
side.
place seed, representing the United States, Christopher Chi.
Chris Chi, our FMC World Champion this year.
15th place seed,
Yeah.
representing Australia, Andy Gong.
Andy Gong from Australia, former 2x2 national
14th
champion.
place seed, representing
wow.
Poland, Lucas Berliga.
Łukasz Berliga.
2017 Skewed World
Our
champion.
13th
And
seed,
overall good at smaller
representing
puzzles.
Germany, Tanish Diemann.
I don't know how to do
Lol.
Our
I've never
12th
heard of this
seed,
person.
Never heard of him.
Argentina,
Congratulations to
Francisco
him.
Hamlin.
I really think I have to do
Who was that?
Francisco Hamlin,
11th
fastest
seed,
South American in the
representing
finals.
India, Amir Saifi.
I have a video on it.
Definitely heard of him before. Currently
he-
third in the world right now.
I think so.
Australia, Cameron Stollery.
2013 World Champion. Let's go.
Our 9th seed, representing the United States, Christopher Olsen.
2017 2x2 runner-up.
Yeah.
Cy the
Our
King.
8th seed, also representing the United States, Daniel Karnak.
Square one, third place. Hasn't
Last
been
2 years.
7th seed, representing China, Jikang Pan.
2x2 ASR holder at some point in
Our
time.
6th seed,
Looks like Chris
also
Olsen.
representing China, Jizo Lee.
second place for 2x2 right now with a 125 average.
Our 5th seed, representing the United States, Zain Kanani.
Local for me. Plenty of
Our
1.3
4th seed,
averages.
Also representing the United States, Sean Hartman.
Overall PB in the final, in the semifinals.
Our 3rd seed, also representing the United States, Carter Kukala. Our
Scoob.
2nd seed,
Midwest
representing
guy.
Greece, Anthony Patarakis.
Current world champion.
Yeah.
Looking to do it again.
And our number 1 seed for 2x2 finals, representing Denmark, Martin Egdahl.
The world record holder currently.
1.21 second average.
Yep. Looking to get his first world's podium, I think. I don't think he's gotten any thus far.
Which is kind of surprising for someone who's so good all around.
It's pretty much the one thing he hasn't done. He's gotten the world record. He's gotten a Euros win.
Yeah, he got fourth and blindfolded with the
First
MR
in some
single.
of ranks at one point. So, pretty much the only thing he hasn't done is a world's podium. He's done everything else.
Yeah.
Phenomenal all-rounder. And he'll be gunning for that number 1 spot.
Yeah.
And of course, because this is a scramble-dependent event, there will not be fixed stations, so they'll be getting up and down between solves,
Yeah.
as to prevent any intentional or unintentional cheating, for that matter. 6 shades, Daniel. 6 shades. Stay frosty.
One of the ways to help calm your nerves is to get a little bit of laughter out of your system. That helps relax yourself a little bit, release a couple of a little bit of serotonin in you.
Yeah,
Chris Olsen, 171.
that's a good start.
That is a good start.
1.8 from Carter. A 3 from Lukash. 1.8 in the bottom right from someone.
Oh, that's Amir.
Amir. 5.6 for Andy. Not the great for our
no.
former national champion.
Zain Kanani in the back in your top left. Antony 2.2. Martin 1.4. You know who's notably missing from this final?
Who?
Lucas Eder.
Lucas Eder is not in the final. This happened last Worlds. I believe he plus 2'd out of it last time. I don't know what happened this time.
This time his first solve was 1.59 DNF, off by an RUR prime, and then from there, he couldn't get it together.
Yeah, it snowballs.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Chris already sitting down for his second solve, starting with 1.7, which is a strong start. Notably, he's been quite busy doing camera work this weekend, so seeing him in a final is quite a feat in and of itself.
He actually skipped 3x3 round 2 just to film, so all he seems to care about this competition is 2x2.
Yeah, yeah. And here he is.
So far, third place after the first solve. With another solid single, 175.
Very good, very good.
It's consistent.
We'll see if he can get second place like he did last time, or first place even. It's possible.
It's possible. He's got a lot of people ahead of him, though. Jazoli with 138 and Martin Egdahl with 146 to start. Zayn Kanani, this is his first major competition, 377 in the finals. He has to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, Andy Gong's out of it, counting 3 already.
Yeah, that's rough. 2 solves and you're done.
Yep.
Chris Chi, 199 as well.
Low price of 199.
Looking for Daniel. Oh, what does he have? Oh my gosh. Okay. He can be a little bit interesting.
Daniel Karnock with all the swag right now.
Jazoli, 166. Not happy with that. But that's fine. That's
I see
still
two
putting in.
166s, 1667 even.
Yeah.
Nice bit of symmetry
Oh,
there.
wow. Deja vu. Martin, in your bottom right. Very, very concentrated right now.
Cameron Stollery wearing his World's 2013 World Champion shirt, just reminding everyone.
That he's...
he was good at one point in time.
Yeah. Daniel Karnock, 172. Okay. He's still in the running right now. Antony in your bottom right, in the back. He started with 2.2. Defending world champion. He needs it. At least a couple of good solves here to be able to stay in the race.
Yeah, looks like Martin got a sub
155. 155. Chris Olsen in your top right. Again, starting with 2 1.7s. You are hoping to see that he stays with another good time. Carter Kukala, 189, 154, by the way. Don't lose track of him. Chris,
yes,
165.
Chris. Yes, Chris, come on.
Oh my gosh.
You got this.
Very consistent.
All right, let's go, Chris.
Worst time, 1.7.
Let's hecking go.
That's insane. I guess that's what happens when you have other priorities and you don't worry about 2x2 as much. That's very interesting.
You can't be nervous if you're exhausted.
That is true. That is true. Just make your body feel more emotion, and then the finals, it just doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Jazuli on the third solve there on the top left, on the right. Ooh, no good. That looked like a lockup of some sort.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Carter with a sub 2 again.
Yeah. So the only person with pure sub 2 right now is Chris Olsen. Amir with a 1.8.
She's up again?
Yeah.
If you get like one good solve,
And Martin. 146, 213 is what he has right now.
It should be 40.
Oh, Łukasz Berliga coming out with the Tim Tams. Gotta have your mid-average snack.
Chris Olsen getting ready for Sol 4 next to him. This could secure him a podium, I believe.
You gotta feel a little bit of pressure at this point if you're Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how much you quote-unquote don't care about an event, when you're close to a world championship or at least a world's podium, you gotta have a little bit of pressure on you.
Yeah, he knows like any sub 2 pretty much taps it in for a podium.
Yeah. Daniel Karnock in the back with a 1.7. That's pretty good.
No, that's the pressure. That's the pressure. Yep, he knows.
And now it's down to the last solve.
It's one thing to mess up
Prince.
Sol 4, but doing it in such a fashion that you can kick yourself off the podium.
Oh no, Martin Egdahl. That
Oh,
looks
no.
like a +2 over on the top right. That's a 374 for him. That puts him out.
Yeah, we have no idea. This is going so fast that with the live results, it's actually really hard to tell who can win and who can't.
Yeah.
Especially since a lot of people have one bad solve.
Yeah.
Cameron 166, 1661. Palindrome.
Amir with a 1.9 on the side. Looks like he's close to sub 2, but doesn't exactly have it. Sean Hartman, 268 up on the top right. Zane Kanani in the back over there. He's not doing well. 377 and then 201 is what we can see. Jiaozo with 133. That's good. He has that 366, but he just needs one more decent solve to secure a podium spot right now.
Yeah, I would dare say the win based on what I'm seeing.
Daniel Karnock on his 4th solve. He's got two 1.7s and a 2.3. Hoping to do well and get rid of that 2.3. Although this 4th solve, mixed results. Jiaozo is the only person with a decent time. Daniel Karnock with a 2.07.
Chris Olsen sitting down top right next to Martin.
Both these guys, very good 2x2 solvers. Apparently, we're seeing 174 does count, but we're not exactly sure what. Zane 170. Martin did the wrong case. 472, he is out.
Yep, that's a bomb.
This is a tough
This will
final.
not be the year he gets his world podium.
Jiaozo Li in the back, in the top right. Pay attention to him. Anthony Patarakis right now, 229, 155, 179. Oh, the drop!
Oh, that's...
No!
That hurts. That hurts.
That's a world's podium lost.
Yeah.
From a single drop. Oh my god.
I know that feel, Chris. I know that feel.
Jiaozo Li 142. That is counting 138, 142, 166. There's no way he can lose now. That is first place for sure.
That is a very secure win. Congratulations to him. That's his first Worlds, and that is also his first Worlds win.
That is amazing.
That is
Anthony
fantastic.
Patarakis right now doing his solve, or inspecting right now in off camera for you guys at the moment. Daniel Karnock in the top right, about to start. Anthony Patarakis 122. He's still in it. He needs his best solve to be able to be competitive for podium. Although the average that he can, the best average that he can get is unknown. It is 152. So that means Jiaozo's won it.
Yeah. He's world champ.
Zane Kanani 167. Ooh. That puts him in good contention right now. 179 average for him. Jiaozo got first. Zane looks like he's a third right now.
Who's second at the moment?
Second would probably be Anthony Patarakis, I'm assuming, depending on how he does on his last solve.
Right. He could still mess up.
Right. So his choice of second and third is dependent on his last solve. But right now, it doesn't look like anyone else in the field has the potential to make it.
Yep, so that's more or less our podium. I think everyone's done, so we're just going to wait for the last results to come in. Again, 2x2, a very quick event.
We're also waiting for Antony's last solve.
Okay, so he hasn't done it yet. Yep, there he is. All right.
Anthony Patarakis on his last solve.
Yeah. Notably, also missed the 3x3 final. He was 17th.
Yeah.
Got a counting 8 point...
7-7.
And that was his last solve with a 2.5 second G-perm in his words. And he was like within 0.1 of top 16.
0.02 away from Phil.
0.02.
And I don't think he had the better single, but I can check that real quickly. Yeah, Zane 179. He's definitely podium. He did have the better single, so all he needed to do was tie Philip. Ooh, that's a little rough.
Yeah. So
Anthony on his last solve.
He will not be defending his world title, but at least he gets another podium and potentially a second place.
Yeah, all depend on his last solve. Ooh, Sean Hartman seemed to have done well as well, 189. But Anthony's worst...
I think his worst was 188, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, his worst was 188. So at the moment, it does look like he is guaranteed a world's podium.
Yeah.
Or Sean Hartman missing out by 0.01. But we'll see here. Let's see whether or not Anthony gets second or third to Zane Kanani. Yeah, poor Andy Gong. Pressure got to him. Such a big competition.
Well, it's his first Worlds. It's his first competition bigger than on Osnats, so
It's
to be expected.
admirable performance getting the finals in the first place.
yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I'm happy for him.
This is the last solve of 2x2. Last solve before we get a little bit of stage change. So, Antonio looks nervous. I don't think he knows.
Yeah. I don't know if knowing would help, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
185.
I think that's third place.
$185. No, it is not.
It's not. Who did we miss?
173 was him, or was his average. That's second place.
Second place. All right. So that's our top three.
Yeah, for confirmation, Martin Egdahl's third solve was a +2. It was 374, not 174. So Martin actually +2'd out of podium.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So Zane Kanani getting third at his first Worlds.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep. For Keaton's hometown hero.
Representing the DMV. Unfortunately, for those on the East Coast still awake at 1:30 in the morning, Liam Chen from the DMV as well got 5th place for blindfolded. So it was a very close one, but very good results so far. At this exact moment, you can see people up on stage
Yep, the
moving
tables.
things around a little bit.
The tables are moving, so the cameras will likely have to move as well.
Yep. We are going to be moving to 3x3 finals.
Yep, I'm going to be swapping out for James Malloy,
Yeah.
and they will be doing the first half, but only white and yellow on bottom.
And that's essentially the same in the 9.65 average that he got in that finals, and he really wants to make it up here. He's not necessarily thinking about winning. I don't think anyone at this point can comfortably think about that, but he wants to make sure he has a good showing and, perform well.
Yeah, compared to last Worlds, he did podium and Scube getting second place, but this time that was not what happened.
Yeah,
but
fourth
at
place.
previous majors, US Nationals 2018, he did get 5th in 3x3, and at Euros the same year, he got 4th in 3x3. So he is a real contender for getting in the better half of the 3x3 solvers, although podium will be quite difficult for him.
Yeah, especially here at Worlds. Patrick Ponce, on the other hand, his last major season in 2018 only went to US Nationals, and
I think he got an OH podium, maybe?
yeah, but he got 8.2 in 3x3. This time,
Finger action going on.
ability to catch every
James is ready.
Mid Zero Monkey. They're the same for 3x3.
Okay, guys,
for
who's
Root.
ready to see some 3x3 finals?
They're not wanting to rotate at all if possible, but it looks like we're about to start. So
It is 3:50 p.m.
So we can't have a final without.
if you
some,
haven't already, follow the
judges
stream
and
and
stuff.
share it with as
So,
many
our runners to the
people
final
as
are gonna
you
be The New
can.
Zealand delegate James McDiarmid and South Australia delegate Liam Sweet. Our scrambling team is going to be Sebastian Robbins, Victoria delegate, and Nathan Cito, the New South Wales delegate.
So we've got all the staff coming out at the moment who are going to be running these
And we're
finals.
finally putting the
These
core
guys have
team
done
to
an
use.
amazing job
The
all
judges will
weekend,
be Ethan
running all the
Price,
stages,
delegate
all
Victoria.
the behind the scenes, doing all of the major organisation work. So
And
huge
Edward
props to all these
Hollingdale, the delegate
guys.
for New
Yeah,
South Wales.
some of these guys have approximately a total of 8 hours of sleep over the last 4 days.
Yeah.
So you got to give it up to them for essentially donating their hard effort
And
and
without further
bodies.
ado, let's call out our
For
first
most
two
of
finalists.
This weekend, they've been
Our
going to bed
16th
till midnight
seed
and waking up
is the US
to get
Nats
here for
2018
5.
second
Get here by
place.
5 o'clock.
Representing the United States, Philip Lewicki.
So here comes Philip Lewicki, also known as Laser Zero Monkey on YouTube. Lots of you will know him for his videography skills, but here he is in the World's 2019 final representing the United States. And they have to bring them out from the backstage. So
Oh, guess what he's got in front of him? Let's go, USA!
So here comes Philip Lewicki. He's not looking to win. Well, everyone's
he
looking to
could
win.
look to win.
Yeah. Really?
Sub 7 is his
Our
goal for
15th
every
place
single
seed
average?
is the
Yeah.
2019 third place OH finalist and the first female 3x3 finalist at a World Championship since 2003. Please welcome France's Juliette Sebastian.
Oh, the French flag, the French cape, the French
Yeah.
glasses?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
she's going all out for this.
So
She's got some spunk and spirit.
yeah, I'm really excited for this. This is really anyone's game.
Yeah.
These two could perform exceptionally well.
And Philip Lewicki has sub 7 averages under his belt. His goal is always sub 7. He's got very efficient F2L, but he does not know a lot of last layer cases. That can both help and hurt him.
Yep, definitely.
It does help because he doesn't need to think about recognizing cases. He sees one case, he has one L, he just goes.
Yep.
And then the problem for him, though, is that there are some relatively easy last layer cases that he will miss. He
Yep.
is a white-only cross solver,
Yep.
which means that we could have another... Oh, no, he's white-yellow, my bad. He is...
Just as you say. Just in time.
Good to know.
I believe Juliette Sebastian is also white-yellow.
White-yellow, yeah.
But so we've got 2 white-yellow solvers. So if we see a couple of really good times, we'll be able to tell where the good crosses are. But
Yep.
good luck to Philip. He's going to be starting us off with the first solve of the World's 2019 final. So he's doing yellow cross.
He's got CP right there.
Yep, so a little bit nervy there.
Yeah.
A few lockups during F2L.
Yeah.
But 801 is a solid start for a final.
Yeah. And he's 16th seed, so people don't have as much expectations of him, and he may not put as much on himself because of that.
Yeah.
Juliette Sebastian looking at yellow right now, switching over to white. Timer is not turned on at the moment. Oh, she's going green. She's going neutral?
She might be. I thought she was white yellow.
I thought she was too. She's recognized the ZB.
Nice 2GL. So that was just front zoom followed by back zoom. So that's pure U with a Z perm.
Yeah.
That's
Very, very nice.
Yeah, very easy to execute last layer case.
She is currently using what looks like to be a WRM.
Yeah.
I think that's the more... Oh, no, she's a Chi sponsor. So
yes, she is.
she's got to be using probably Vonk.
Yep.
Philip uses GAN cubes.
I think they're just checking with her if she wants an extra. She is entitled to an extra because the time wasn't timed on.
Yeah.
That is the judge's
Yeah, that is the
duty.
judge's fault.
Unfortunately, it did just turn off while she was inspecting. It does have a 5-minute timeout
Yeah.
if it's reset. So, but I think she'll probably stick with the 7 because that's
I mean,
not a bad time.
This is World's Finals. 787 is
good
not
point.
going enough for you. I mean, high risk, high reward in these types of
Let's
situations.
see.
But
Yep,
it looks
he's
like
copying
she's
from the timer,
yeah.
so it is a 787. Yeah. There's quite a lot of writing there. We've just got news from Eric that she might be given a provisional extra for that.
Okay.
Oh, so she is going to get a provisional extra first. So Philip's going to be waiting. They're going to give a provisional extra to Juliette based on the fact that the timer was not on, which is the judge's responsibility. So it's just going to be a provisional extra for Juliette. And we'll get confirmation soon, hopefully, from down on stage.
Seeing the cube in front of you.
Juliette
for so
will be
long.
receiving a provisional extra for the first solve due to inspection time not being called correctly.
Ooh. Interesting to let the eyes
And the
know.
timer powering off mid-inspection.
So yeah. So she'll be getting the provisional extra.
The crowd's going to get a little bit wired out. People are going to be asking questions about this, but
Yep.
she should stay okay.
So for those asking what happened, the timer powered off during inspection. As a result of that, the judge tried to turn it on and missed the 8-second call accurately. So they're giving an extra.
And this looks to be a much nicer solve. V-perm at 5. Oh, the cube drop.
But it is a better time, 7.65.
Yeah.
She knows she could have got faster on that, but I think she'll be reasonably happy with the 7.65.
I mean, that last layer case soon V-perm.
Yeah, and we're going straight over to Philip, who's been warming up, ready for a second solve.
Yeah, he's not much one for her sitting around waiting. He just likes to go.
And he's going to be doing yellow cross once again.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. A couple of free pairs right there. That
You
looks
can
like
talk
white
about, you can get what I'm saying over the
perm
commentary.
after 736.
7.36 with a Y2 in the middle of the solve right before the last F2L.
Yeah, his second and third pairs were like pre-made for him. That's very
But
nice.
speaking of the mic's a bit lower
So
the actual...
Juliet ended up doing yellow on that extra. So that's
Come on,
something to
Monkey.
keep note
Yeah.
of, just in case somebody else gets an extra.
It'll be good to see him do well.
So, but yeah, due to the fact, so for those wondering why she did get an extra, the stack map timers do power off after 5 minutes of no activity when they're reset. The timer powered off during Juliet's expansion. The judge tried to turn it on and therefore didn't call 8 seconds accurately. So a provisional extra has been awarded.
Are not live,
And
but
I
I'm just
am
watching them
going
because
to,
missed them.
I would safely say that the extra is going to be the one that counts.
So yeah, it's not live right now.
It doesn't affect
But
me
it is
much
a
though.
rerun
787
on Twitch.
versus 765.
Yeah.
She really does want something faster than that. She's looking at red cross right now. Or no, she's going to white.
She's done white.
Did a rotation during the first start of the cross.
Huge
That's
pause.
Interesting.
So that's the
COL into
7.6.
Not bad.
MU. U-perm.
MU perm, yeah. She unfortunately, right in the middle of that solve, I think after 1 or 2 pairs did Y prime followed by Y with no moves for a good second and a half.
That's frustrating.
That's really rough.
It didn't look like a good cross case either.
No.
I mean, her edges were oriented, so she needed to do a Y or a Y prime to be able to make sure that she could do it 2-gen.
Yep.
But just the way that the edges were in the slots and the corners were also in the F12 slots, it's
Yep.
just not a pretty solution, regardless of what you do.
You have to wonder if getting that extras maybe flustered her a little bit.
Yeah. Although it is just one solve, I mean, sometimes you just don't see anything. Especially if you do more than 2 cross colors, it's harder when you're just trying to look for something good.
Yep.
Philip right now, looking good. Oh well.
And a very solid G perm.
Yeah.
7.68.
7.68. That's. I mean, he's not going to be super happy with it, but right now he's doing consistent and he's setting a good bar for the finals.
Yeah, and somebody's asking in chat, did they get all the same scrambles?
Yes.
That's right. So each competitor gets 5 scrambles, and all competitors in the final will get the same 5 scrambles, unless, of course, there's an extra awarded like we did have with Juliet. The other competitors cannot see what's going on. They are in a back room with no internet connection, no Wi-Fi, no screen, so they can't see anything.
Sure, they're going for red on this one. Very fast first 2 pairs. Very easy. Soon G perm. No, you have 737.
Yeah, that was very nice. No rotations after the second pair.
Yep.
That's exactly what you want. Being
Yeah.
able to just spam that TPS, get all those moves in without having to think too much.
Yeah, and all edges oriented too.
Yep. Yep. Very well executed last layer there. Soon G perm.
These guys seem to be relatively warmed up. When you're in the back room for so long, like people like Max and Sunghyuk will be, it's a lot harder to stay warmed up and stay focused because you
Yeah.
can literally do an average of 100
Yeah.
while you're back there waiting. Like you're sort of tired. You need to
Yeah.
refocus yourself before this.
And you are waiting for quite a while between solves. Especially with the extra, the next pair will be thinking, what is taking so long? Why am I not going up there? And they're just taking their time to scramble correctly, making sure it's fully correct. They really don't want to send out any missed scrambles. That would be really detrimental in our finals.
Yeah.
So Philippe starting his third solve now. Oh, this is very good.
V-perm.
That could have been much
Happy
better.
with that.
Yeah.
That's like a 7.5 long V-perm on that one.
That was an excellent F12. Very excellent.
And he knows it.
Yeah. So he was on low 4 when he started doing his last layer.
And that was a relatively good transition from F12 to OLL as well.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something that's really come into prominence over the last few years. The transition from F12 to OL to PLL is insanely fast for a lot of the top keepers these days.
No. Juliet doing solve 4 right now. Red again. A little bit shaky.
Juliet
8.3.
8.30.
Now, I've got another question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone is going to get a sub 10 single this finals?
Yes.
You think somebody will?
There are 80 solves that are going to be occurring in this final. I'm sure that at least one will be relatively slow.
Okay.
Juliet's 976 is the closest we've gotten so far. I don't think Philip's going to get anything bad, though. Philip tends to be relatively consistent.
Yep.
No, especially with good F2L, focusing on a couple of crosses, being able to see far into the solve. The only real luck that he has would be last layer, apart from just being able to have a better cross in first pair. But with his consistency, that's not too terrible of a thing. E-perm with a AUF.
Philip with a 7.28.
Yep. I think it's good.
Yep. Fine.
Yeah, definitely good.
728.
Finished with an absolutely solid 744 average.
Yeah.
Can't be disappointed with that.
Yeah, especially in Worlds Finals.
Yep.
That's fairly good, and he's setting the standard. He's setting the bar for the rest of the competitors.
Nothing that bad
They're
for
not
him.
going to know what's going on, but
Doing pretty well.
I mean, if they start seeing decent scrambles, they've got to be thinking about what other people have gotten
Yeah.
before them.
And he's taking a little picture.
He's got to do it for the gram.
But here we go, Juliet with her last solve.
Looking orange, thinking yellow for a second, maybe some strange. Oh no, yep, orange it is. Pair right there. He's got to orient some edges. Ooh, J-Perm, you too. Display has shut off,
Display.
but she's not looking
And
too
it's
happy. 908.
Juliet with a 9.08.
It's an 8 average for her.
Yeah. So that's an 842 average for Juliet and a 744 average for Philip. Those are pretty consistent starts. Unfortunately, Juliet's average is going to be a little bit faster. I believe that 765 will count, so it's going to be
It'll drop
more
it by
like 0.7.
0.07, so like 8.35, somewhere around
Congratulations to
there.
our first two
But
finalists.
congrats to them.
Yeah,
Philip has set the bar pretty high for
indeed.
the
he
rest of the
has.
competitors. I'm excited to see how people do.
And coming up,
It's
next-
interesting to see which crosses Juliet did,
Yes.
because that'll matter a lot more later.
Yes.
But for now, we've got seeds 14 and 13 about to come up.
Yeah. And
Alright, next should be
one of these competitors has a lot of experience in major finals.
Yeah.
Our 14th seed is the 2019 FMC World Champion. Representing Indonesia, please welcome Thurshan Pushada.
Yep, so first in, tied for first in FMC with Chris
Chris
Ritchie.
Chi from the United States.
Yeah.
a good all-rounder also.
Endo bringing the flag, so he knows exactly where to go. This is his first Worlds final. This
It
is his
is
first
indeed.
Worlds he's attending. He's done very well,
Yep.
so we hope he can continue the
And our
success here.
13th place seed is the 2017 4x4 World Champion. Please welcome Germany's Sebastian Weyer.
Wow. This is his second World Championship. That's right, he did get second at Square One.
So Sebastian Weyer did come third in 2013 in Vegas. So he has experienced that.
I'm not sure what just happened there. No, I don't know what happened there. I think the camera cut off. There we go. Back.
All right, we are back. Here we go. Thurshan Fushada. Starting off with an 8.61.
8.61.
That's his first solve of the average.
Yeah.
You guys have missed no action. Luckily, we were able to hold things off until the stream came back on.
Yeah, we got that just in time. And so Sebastian is going to be starting his first solve. So remember, just as we were saying, he is white only, so you're going to be seeing only white crosses from Sebastian.
Ooh, V-Perm to start things off.
7.18, absolutely solid. However, something I noticed from that solve is he paused before OLL and he paused before PLL. That is something you don't often see from Sebastian.
Yeah.
He is really, really good at predicting his OLL and PLL and like flowing through the solve.
Yeah.
But
Fat ante soon, and there were no blocks to show the V-Perm, so it was
Yeah.
not easy recognition, although he probably should have been able to see the diag right
Yeah.
away.
So we're going to get on with First Gen's second solve here. He did get 8.61
Who do I think I'll
in the
win?
first solve.
I already know who won, but it's not live, so
Hopefully
I already
he
know
can
who won.
improve on that.
So I guess I can't answer that. If you
He's
don't
shaky,
want to know
you
who
can
won,
see his
I
hands.
guess don't check and
He's
find
going
out.
really slow as well. It probably
Pretty
feels like he's
intense.
going a million miles an hour, and he messes up the OLL as well. T-Perm.
Okay, I don't think he's gonna win.
First ship
I mean,
9.0.
He looks nervous.
Yeah.
He is
No way.
nervous.
You
You
gotta
can
get
see his hands shaking.
At
Yeah.
least something.
Dude.
I mean, at least
His
some
first
seven to win.
Worlds final in 3x3, so
Yeah.
he won't have experienced this kind of situation before. There is a massive crowd here. The stands are completely packed.
Wow. Pretty much everything has a person. Every seat has a person in it.
Even the tier of seating above us has plenty of people seated. They can see all the solves on the big screen, so even though they're far away from the action, they can still see everything going on.
Smash and doing inspection right now. Let's take a look at his transition to OLL. He gave himself a dot case, and
An
that was a
L-perm.
nice L-perm right
Sebastian,
there.
6.85.
So that's solid.
That's
He's going to be
definitely
looking to get
good.
those mid to low sixes.
Last time was a bit locky, I think, but I feel
But
really clean.
absolutely solid start from him. Low 7, high 6. He's going to keep looking to push that down,
Yeah.
and he's going to be aiming for that low 6 average if he wants a chance at podium. I don't think you will podium at this competition unless you're sub 6.6.
Whoa, that is a really bold claim to make. Although, to be honest, I can see that, you know, with these guys starting and the people only getting faster, I believe it. T-Perm again for first gen,
First ship
881.
8.31.
His last layer cases have not been kind to him. Last was .OLL T-Perm. This time it is awkward shape into T-Perm. I mean,
Yeah.
not the worst, but, you know, when
Yeah,
you're in a
it could be
situation
nice.
like this, like even something that's remotely unfamiliar.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys have been solving for just so long, but even something that's just like you need to think about it for
Yeah.
a quarter of a second, that just makes such a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. Doesn't matter if you have 5,000 solves in competition. World's finals are not an it's easy situation at all.
Yeah.
They're few and far between.
Yeah.
You don't have an opportunity to get used to them.
Yeah. You start to double guess yourself or second guess yourself. Oh my God, there are no pauses straight into PLL J-Perm 629.
629. He'll be really happy with that.
Yeah.
Nod of the head.
Not a single pause in that entire solve.
Yeah, very smooth, very smooth.
Like you were talking about 2 solves ago, that transition into wide sexy, and then you 2 J-Perm,
Sorry, now let's
that
get
was
to-
just completely flawless.
Make sure I don't want.
Christian with the
any
Pusheen doll
spoilers in
on
case
his table, and he
anyone
chose
wants
a
to see it. Sorry.
5x5 for a warm-up cube.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters too terribly
But you are
much,
right. But it's the one.
I know some
right
people
now.
like to
In case
warm
anyone
up with a
hasn't
slightly
watched it
bigger
yet.
cube than what they're solving. So if they're doing 5x5, they'll warm up with 6x6.
Yeah.
Because when they go down to the smaller size, it makes them turn a bit faster, feel a bit more comfortable.
Yeah. Christian doing wide again. Oh, nice 3-move pair right there. Not the best OLL, and
Oh,
he messes up the G-Perm.
G-Perm.
So there's a 10.
Yeah, there is a 10.
I'm sorry,
Did I see
Christian.
that skewed single WR?
There's the other
I did not
G-Perm.
actually see the
GC.
ball,
Christian
14.71.
14.71.
but I did hear
Yeah,
about it.
Sebastian,
It was
unfortunately,
like three by
quite
20
out
long,
of
I
it.
think.
But
And it's some Australian.
I think he's
dude who
happy to be
averages
here.
6 on
Yeah.
speed.
he did
Super.
win another
That was pretty
event, so
crazy, actually.
he can't
I'm
be
not sure
going
this
away
video.
from these
Is
World
this video?
Championships
Just let me know.
by any means.
That was his second Worlds
Yeah,
podium.
193 of
Yeah.
Friday,
I
that
misspoke
was
earlier.
crazy.
He did go to Worlds 2017 and get second at square one.
He
So
did.
He's got a second, he's got a first, and 3x3 finals is an add bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you get World Championship podiums in
Sorry
two
about
events
spoiler, no
across
worries,
different
man.
years, it shows
Yeah,
how good of an
no
athlete
worries.
you are. And Firstian is second for some levels.
No footage?
We got
Of the
Sebastian going through inspection
You
right
footage
now.
already mean? Yeah, I'll take this footage, unfortunately. Non-stream meter.
Ooh, no pauses again. Nicer last
What?
layer.
That's
That went so well.
6-2-4-0.
Damn.
Yeah, that looked like either F inverse double sexy
It's
or
also
double
so
inverse
soon.
sexy or
Like,
he
gets
wide
almost
F
6.
double sexy.
That's
I think it was wide F double
win on
sexy
that.
Into R perm.
followed by RB perm.
Yeah. So his best average right now is currently sub 7, which is fantastic for him.
Yeah.
Best is 651 versus 681. The difference could actually be podium.
Yeah.
So Seb right now in a good position. He needs to keep it up for one more solve.
Yeah.
And first stream right now going on to his final solve. That looks like a nice blue orange block right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
ZBL.
ZB. Nice.
Another too soon case.
Yeah.
7.39.
A different one from the one Juliet had.
Yeah. Pay attention to that cross, that blue-orange corner edge pair on white. Could be useful for some X crosses
Yep.
that
Might
people
be
are doing.
used- might be
And
used
the
for
groove.
Mode
So
6,
pay
or
attention
the
to that
best
for
time
later
guaranteed
solves.
podium.
Bit solve. It's an interesting corner edge pair stuff.
Yeah. So Sebastian is guaranteed sub 7.
He's
His
guaranteed
worst
681.
His worst possible 681, best possible 651. So I think he's going to be happy already. He would really like to get his best solve now to make that 651 his average, because that'll put him in a really good position for the podium.
Although I know he has really high expectations of himself. I don't think he'd be happy with the 681.
No,
I feel like he
absolutely
would
not.
be only happy with, best case scenario.
Yeah. He is, for the time being, guaranteed to go into first place, obviously.
Mhm.
But yeah, he'll want to get that 6.5. He doesn't want to get first place now. He wants to get first place for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Although he knows he's probably out of the running with the counting 6.8, but we'll see what he does in this last one.
Oh,
Oh,
loads
that's
of
a
lockups.
terrible lock, and I think he misplaced 2 after wall pairs as well.
Yeah, so do I.
At least he misplaced 1, 8.8.
Best
No way.
eight
Sun's
and a half.
coming now.
Yeah,
So
not
he
happy,
has
but he
high
does get that
6 average.
6.81 average. So he
Okay. I didn't watch the slide. No, I didn't watch the live.
Really, really
I have to wake up at like
But is it going
2:30
to podium?
or
I don't
like
think it's
3
going to
watch.
podium.
No, I don't
No,
think
I'm
so
watching
either.
the live,
Or if
but I'm
he's
watching
lucky, it'll
now.
be third place.
I do know
I
the
think
results
some of
still,
the highest profile people,
but I do
Timo,
want to watch that result.
Felix, Max,
Yeah,
just like Warm Up Sydney,
yeah.
Philip as well.
Even Patrick and Lucas could possibly get those low 6 averages.
Our 12th seed is the former OH world record average holder. Please welcome Canada's Kian Mansour.
So this is going to be an exciting matchup.
Are you ready for the Rue battle?
I'm ready for the Rue battle. So Kian got his former 08 world record holder. He is the world's 13th ranked 3x3er, and he is second best Rue average. And our next competitor is ranked 8th in the world and has the
642.
best Rue average.
Our next contestant is ranked world number 8 in 3x3 average and is the best root user in the world. Please welcome the Philippines, Sean Patrick Villanueva.
Oh, the best Rue user! Fastest Filipino
Yeah.
in the finals. Again, we're going to be looking at knowledge versus TPS.
Kian's pretty good at root too.
Yep, so these are the 2 best reusers. Now, it's a Canadian thing. They like warming up with the big sail. You need to turn it accurately. And when you go back to doing 3x3 on a normal puzzle, it feels so easy to turn.
It's also the same kind of thing as having a big cube in your hands. It's
Exactly.
literally a big cube. It's just a 3x3 instead of, something with more layers.
And also, it makes him look 4'2" when he's warming up.
Maybe he's trying to imitate the size that Sean Patrick Villanueva and Leo Borromeo have. But he should be doing okay. His performance in Warm Up Sydney this past weekend was not good, and
Yeah.
he obviously had the fallout of Worlds 2017, so he
Yeah.
should be happy to be here.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty high expectations
Kian's
for
not actually the
himself.
Yeah.
fastest.
Obviously, the
pusher.
2 biggest surprises
did he
from
make
Worlds 2017
round 3, I
was
don't think?
Keon actually
2
winning
ago
the first round
for World Championships?
and getting
Missing.
knocked
So
out
we'll
in
see
the
how he
second
goes.
round.
Yeah.
He definitely has a lot of potential.
So let's see what Keon can do here. I believe he
Depends on
always does
serves.
yellow on top. I'm not sure exactly what block colours he does though. But we've got a red block.
No. Ooh, that was a weird looking CMLL. A little bit of locking there.
Yeah.
But a decent case,
Yeah.
834 to start.
8.3.
He's shaking quite a bit. And
It's
I
a
think
decent
with Ryu
start.
especially, it's a bit
He did
harder
red-
because
he did
when
red
you start
yellow.
shaking,
Yeah.
Red yellow
and
first
there's
block.
stuff
Let's
like
see
that,
what
it is
Sean
definitely a bit
does in this
harder.
situation.
Yeah, Keon has been very ill this whole weekend, so he's looking better today
Yeah.
compared to how he was on Friday, but he is still going to be recovering from that illness.
Yeah, he's still a little sick, but I mean, it was pretty bad a couple
Sean,
of
on
days
the other
ago.
hand, he's a pretty chill
Now,
toner, so I think he'll do pretty well
Sean
here.
is known for his crazy TPS.
Which that was a
He,
decent
he's also done the
slowdown.
same block.
Oh my gosh,
But
that's
look at that. LSE TPS. And he beats him by 0.01.
3.
His
Wow.
his LSE TPS is
that was
insane.
nuts. I'm like, okay, he's doing last 6 edges at like 6. This is not going to be good, and he just
Yeah.
goes, bam.
Yeah, so he's.
Although I was kind of surprised his first 2 blocks seemed a lot slower than I was expecting.
Yeah, I think he's a bit nervous. And first 2 blocks are the biggest stumbling point for Ryu users.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a ton of intuition required, and there's a ton of like different types of moves because you're gonna be building the blocks with a lot of F and B moves potentially,
Yeah.
a lot of wide moves.
Keon, this
This
looks
is-
like good.
Yeah,
564. That's
564.
the first sub 6 of the finals.
Yep, that was a really excellent solve. The EO and UL/UR combination there, only 3 moves,
I don't think they're
and then going into U2 M2 to finish off. So that was a really nice LSE.
That's exactly what you want in that type of situation.
Yeah. So he's really happy.
Wait, is that Rue WR?
I wonder if that'll affect his nerves going forward, having a 5
I'm
and
not
an
even
8.
sure.
Because, as we
might
spoke
be Root
about
WR.
in previous rounds, having one really good
Something
time
is
and one
keeping.
really bad time, that can affect your nerves.
You're just
What-
unsure of what you're going to get, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of uncertainty in your potential average. Whereas
Yeah.
if you get 2 6.8s in the situation, you're pretty certain as to what you're going to get,
Yeah.
or at least be centered around.
Sean got an 8.33 on the first solve. So let's see how he can do now.
Check the first block done. Second block very quick, very
CML.
easy. Oh my god!
Oh wow, 6.1.
6.1.
So these are really
Yeah.
good starts from the Rue users.
Yeah,
Good times.
that was a very good transition.
Yeah,
It seemed
very,
very
very
good.
good.
Good scramble for both of them.
Yeah. The thing that gets me is just how quick his LSE turning is. It's so fast.
Yeah, and the
Once
thing is, he doesn't pause that much as well.
Yeah,
either.
exactly. So Kian moving on to his 3rd. And now does he think, oh, I have a 5, I could potentially do really well? Or does he think, oh, I have an 8, I could potentially lose it all?
Yeah. But he seems to be doing okay right now. He had soon for his case though, and dots.
And dots. 8 flat.
Keon with an 8.00.
That's a rough situation. Counting 8, he doesn't want that, even though he has a 5.
Yeah, I mean it is an 8.00, but
Yeah, counting
his
eight
second block was
on
not
that,
good.
pretty much.
He did get soon to
You
help
need,
with the CMLL, but
Sub 8.
dots,
Sub
you
7
gotta
to,
regrip gradients for that. No matter how
go in
fast you can
half
do it, like
sub
0.8
7.
or
Yeah.
0.5, like the regrip just takes way more time than like getting M prime U2 M
Yeah.
or something like that.
And as we know, 6.8 is the current echelon that they need to get to
Yeah.
to get on that to get in that first place spot.
Yeah,
So accounting 8 is really, really detrimental for that.
I mean, that's probably just already gone. Like, he
Yeah, I
needs a
think so.
counting 5 to be able to make it back. Okay, let's take a look at him right here. Okay, second block, CMLL.
Sean.
I just can't get over how good that
7.35.
LSE TPS is.
I can barely even see what he's
Pretty good.
doing
No, I
during
have
that.
no idea
Like,
what
I
he's
can't,
doing.
like, with Keon, I can be like, okay, I see the CMLL, I see the EO, I see
You
the
already know podium,
left,
but
right,
you want to
and then I
participate in it?
see
Yeah, me too, but I
the
do
last
want
down,
to,
4C.
know how this all
But
goes
with the
because it
shot,
wants
it's just a
to
whole
solve my-
one blur.
But I do know
Yeah,
the podium.
I mean, for the top Rue users, once they've done their CMLL, they're doing EO and the UL/UR edges at the same time,
Yeah.
and then they're doing all of the last in one go, and basically that's turned into one gigantic
Ooh,
hour.
that's a
that they just
really slow
spam
second
out.
block. And there was a U-perm at the end there for
Yeah.
Keon.
Keon with an
814.
8.14.
Yep, so he's definitely out of it now. 2 counting low 8s.
Yeah.
It's going to be good enough to slot into 3rd, but obviously Sean is currently outperforming him in this round.
Yeah.
But yeah, once they get past that CMLL, LSE is basically just one huge ALG. Well,
Yeah.
at least it looks like
Yeah.
it.
CMLL also has the benefit that if you know multiple cases, especially if you switched from CFOP at one point, you can influence the orientation of the edges, which helps with the EOLR
Yeah.
subset.
Absolutely.
Sean inspecting his fourth solve. Very fast first block right there. Second block very fast. He had a soon case. 690.
Doing really well.
6.90.
Let's see what his best and worst are. So his worst possible is 753. But if he gets a sub 6.1, he can take the lead over Sebastian. His best possible time is 678. So he needs a 619 to take the lead, I think.
Yeah, and as long as he ties Seb, he wins on single.
That
He
is
has
true.
6.1. So this is a very interesting situation for him to be in.
Yeah.
Keon's on the last solve. He did do blue-white like we were talking about earlier. That's a very fast solve, but he gets
Dots again.
again.
But 6.6, that's a really good solve.
6.64.
Like, dots isn't so bad for these guys because they can do it so
That,
fast.
like, he got
That's
something that would
7.5 in
be
dots. That's crazy.
like a mid to high 6 average, but never got
Watch
there.
for the blue-white block again. Watch for the blue-white block.
Yeah. I would really like to see Sean take the lead now.
Oh, that'd be very
amazing to see.
exciting. He's one of the youngest people to potentially podium on 3x3.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got such a wide variance though with that first solve being the 833.
Yeah, let's see how he can do it. Keon's watching.
He does do blue. Good second block. Good CMLL.
Oh,
that's
pause.
a pause.
Oh,
6
he did it! He's
That's
taken the
beating
lead!
0-0.
Oh, what a solve!
Oh my god, he
Yeah,
just
that's LSD, that was
slotted himself
crazy.
into first right now.
Congratulations to 11 and 12
678 average. He's the
Keon and
first
Sean.
after 6.
And, wow, I'm
26.5.
speechless.
That was
The LSD was
that was
like-
EO straight to YouTube.
3 minutes.
Oh my
So,
God.
That was crazy.
I think
That was
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, and the hug from Keon to Sean.
That's great
Sean's
sportsmanship.
probably on his way to, if not a podium, at least
Yeah.
a top 5 finish.
Yeah, 678 is really good in a final situation. That's definitely good enough to podium. It's just how well other people do.
Right.
And these scrambles don't look
Right, guys, we're gonna move on
amazing
to our
for any
top 10
particular
seeds.
things.
Yeah.
So,
Our 10th seed was the
Anything can
third
happen.
place at 2017 World Championships and the first ever sub-5 single in 3x3. Please welcome the United States' Lucas Etter.
Lucas is my boy, beating me back in 2015. I'm hoping he does really well here. Slight commentator bias, but we will try to keep it objective.
yeah.
Lucas has done well
Our
in
9th place
competition
seed
before.
is the current Pyraminx world record average holder. Please welcome Poland's Timon Kolasinki.
Simon
Kolaczynski.
Kolaczynski, one of the world's best at the moment. Color neutral, very recently got to the big stage. We talked
Yep.
about it earlier. He's been very good with his pseudo F2L, being able to find these 3-move pairs that other people wouldn't because
Yeah.
he can just see so many different things during F2L.
Yep,
Oh.
so Lucas has a ton of experience in these situations. 2014, he came third. In 2015, he came second. Then in 2016, he came first. He worked his way up to the top. And then last year at the World Championship 2017, he did come third.
Yeah, so he's got very good Nats performance, and he's used to these types of situations. Simone, on the other hand, is not. However, last weekend in warm-up Sydney, he did do incredibly well from the 16th seed all the way up to first. So we're hoping that, he's hoping that he's able to continue with
Yeah.
that.
So the judge is just unplugging the display just for his warm-up solve so people don't get confused.
No.
But obviously for you guys on camera, you'll just be seeing Lucas right now doing his first solve.
Lucas is a majority white solver. He does do a little bit of yellow, but doesn't like it unless white is really, really bad. So you'll see him mostly doing that. That was not a good U2 there for the first pair.
Y2.
That does give him CP right there, but Zika
Lucas
makes it 826.
8.26.
He's shaking his head. He's really not pleased with that.
Yeah.
And as per previous rounds, Timon's going to probably take quite a while to warm up.
Yeah. At warm-up Sydney, he, during some of his last solves when he was on track for either a PB average or at least a podium, he was taking a while. He'd make sure his hands aren't clammy. He'd do a lot of clapping to keep him warm and like heat them up right beforehand. And of course, he would do an entire 3x3 solve beforehand. So
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to take all the time that you have
Yep, you do have a minute from when the judge says, "Are you ready?"
at the judge's discretion as well. So you
Yeah.
can take more time if you want. And he's going to use all of that.
Yeah.
It's his World's Finals. The judge definitely understands that he's under a lot of pressure in this type of situation.
And you'll see some amazingly efficient F12 solutions with very smooth turning. Hopefully he's not too nervous.
Watch a lot of D moves in his solves. Yep, there's one right there. There's a pair that he does. Another V perm. He did the brand new alg that Mats Valk was trying to advertise last week in a warm-up Sydney. Starts like a U perm, a couple of D moves, and then finishes off with an R2D, R2 prime.
Yep,
Yeah,
so that's an
something
excellent start.
about
6.6. That's
people
the best
looking up
we've had on the
location.
first salt
That
so
paper,
far
if
in this
it's
competition.
that might be a
But
bit better,
obviously,
actually.
both were
That's
users
why
doing
that-
excellently on this second solve.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how Lucas does doing white cross. Sebastian Wire got 685 on this doing white.
Oh, there's a free pair that he has right there. That's good. That's E-perm. Oh, that was terrible recognition, but he still
Lucas
made it work. Good execution.
6.74.
Yeah. I hate it when you get E-perm from that orientation. Having to do that Y and X-perm really slows you down. It's a really big regroup.
Yeah, but also, like, the recognition U prime right there, he had to orient it with the centers to
Yeah.
be able to recognize it. He did make it work, but, I mean, that's really hard to execute and just, like, be able to do in such a high-pressure situation.
Yeah. It's quite interesting how quite a lot of competitors, it seems to be a 50-50 split. Some will start absolutely straight away. The moment the cube arrives, the judge says, "Are you ready?" They go, "Yep." They just want to get it over and done with. They don't want to overthink it.
Yeah.
And then the other half of competitors take their time. They do a few PLLs, maybe some solve, dry their hands, take a few deep breaths.
Yeah.
You've
Timo-
just got to find what works for you.
Yeah. Timon in particular spends a very long time warming up, tries to make it feel like an at-home solve as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of white cross pieces down on the bottom.
Oh, and a massive lockup.
Oh, jeez. But he's still making it work. He's not getting good PLs right
Come
there.
on.
No, that was an
8.8.
F-perm there.
Hello? Just watching the finals of Worlds.
So
Right now, in the lead is Sean. Second place is Sebastian. They both have sub-8 averages, sub-7 averages, I mean.
Mess up another side.
Um,
He'll be really disappointed.
I don't think anyone else has a sub-7 average. So we'll see.
Watching Lucas right now. Do pay attention to the couple of white pieces which were on the bottom seemingly from Timon's solve.
Sebastian Vire
That's a
got
good
his fastest on this
pair.
solve.
It's a good pair. W case into another E-perm.
with a Y.
It's not happy.
Lucas,
767 essentially
7.67.
puts him out of the contention for the podium at this point.
Yeah, that's a really rough last layers for Lucas.
Yeah. You can see he's one of the few people wearing long sleeves in the finals.
Yeah.
Most other people, and he's adding another layer right now. He's
Yeah.
definitely got to be cold up there. Lucas was hit with arthritis a couple of years ago.
He was indeed.
And
He
so-
is still limited by how much he can solve in a day.
Yeah.
We were talking with him the other day. He said he can only solve for a maximum of 2 hours per day now.
Yeah.
And for somebody who used to practice as much as he does, and comparing it to Timon, who does practice a lot,
Yeah.
that is a very limited amount.
Yeah, Timon does get that. Does get the privilege of being able to practice, and he says for up to 8 or 12 hours a day, depending on what else he has to do. So
Yeah.
he's very dedicated.
Timon gotta
Definitely
pop off here. He has
wants to win.
a mid-6.
Very
Gets
nice
that counting.
podium.
Or put him in
He'll
a
only
really good
tell you
spot,
that he wants to
actually.
win.
Yeah.
So he is
Taking a long
inspecting
time
right
for
now,
inspection.
doing yellow, it seems.
This solve is much better than the last one. Still a few lockups.
F perm.
Oh, and he's going to get...
Oh,
Oh, it's a DNF.
DNF.
It's off by 3 or
Timon
4
with a
moves.
DNF.
Alright, I forgot the
So
last
that's a
one.
counting 8.0
Oh,
for Timon,
counting 8.
which
Yeah, he's
puts him
out
out the
100%.
running.
He's done. Oh my god. Oh no, that's not how he wants to go.
And that's really not going to help for the last 2 solves. Because even though it's a low 8 and a 6, like he can still turn that into a low 7 average, but that's not going to be enough to podium.
Right,
We've currently
I mean-
got Sean in first with 678, Sebastian in second with 681.
Really?
Surely one of these top 8 are going to get another 6 average.
Really, the only scenario for him to think about podiuming would be a couple of 5s.
Yep.
Like low 5s as well. Or
Yep.
so far, it doesn't seem like any scramble has been 4 worthy at this point.
Yep.
but we haven't had a lot of color neutral come through. Juliet is, but Timon seems to. While Juliet is fast, she's mostly one-handed, while Timon mostly does 3x3, and that can be the difference.
Lucas with an 8.29.
Another quite a rough last layer there. Not a fun OLL, and then he gets an A perm with an. He has to pre-AUF, do an A perm, post AUF. Those are really awkward.
That's just rough for Lucas.
Obviously, A perms are excellent if you get them in the right position.
Yeah.
But when you get them like he had them just there, it's really quite annoying.
Yeah. Lucas with 1 solve left, probably going for single at this point. There's not much else you can do with that type of average.
Yep, he'll definitely be looking for 2 5s if he can right now.
Yeah. Timon right now.
He knows it's not over. It all depends on this solve now.
Yeah. It's doing red. Ooh. 624.
Timon with a
That's
6.24.
It's good, but it's not going to be good enough. He needs another 6.
Yeah. His best possible is 698. Which
Still,
is
coming 8 still
7.
not great.
But that does
So
require a
if you can
subset
get that
2
data,
4
maybe
on the
he
last
had a
solve.
good reason for sub
And
7
it
average
won't be
now,
enough for the win, but it
Yeah.
will put him in a
Probably
podium
not now.
position
At the
most,
moment.
at the moment, if he does get his best time on the last one, which is absolutely possible.
Just as a reminder, after this, James and I will be switching out for Jay and Eric.
Yep, they will be commentating for the top 8.
Lucas right now on his last solve. Again, looking at why it didn't do the X cross with orange.
Quite a few lockups and rotations.
But G perm at the end, 6.5.
That was a much better last layer. Very good
6.50.
turning.
That's a respectable ending. Lucas with a 7.56 average.
Yep, so he slots in between Philip Lewicki and Kian Mansour into what will be 4th place for the time being. So he's definitely out of the podium positions. And Timon could be anywhere from 3rd to
Dead last.
Dead last, yes. So Timon will definitely be looking for that sub 6.2. He really wants to kind of like make the average as best as he can make it right
Igor,
now.
who are you talking about?
Absolutely.
Who are you referring to as a solver? I'm not quite sure.
If you haven't already, make sure to share the stream with others. The finals are going on. We've got the top 8 coming up. We've got some amazing solves.
Yeah, if you can imagine the bottom 8 doing this, think about what the top 8 may be able to do. That was a good X cross by Timon. 6 move into R perm. 694.
Timon with a 6.9.
It's okay, but it's not going to be enough to podium, I think. 7.21.
Congrats
Does
to
go
our
into
9th and
3rd
10th
for
seeds.
now.
It's gonna be rough.
Roman
Yeah, we got the
Shrakov?
top
He's a
8
fast
coming up.
line guy.
Thank you guys. My name is
Dimitri?
Steve
Yeah, he's the
Nellis.
fast category guy.
We're gonna be
Okay,
signing
that
off.
makes some sense.
You're going to be joined by
Unfortunately, didn't make finals. So finals was pretty intense. You gotta be like sub 7.6. Pretty intense.
3x3 single world record holder. Please welcome the United States, Patrick Ponce.
Here we go. Hello.
Make sure you send it to the camera.
Scooch. Patrick Pons, next up. My boy from New Jersey.
Runner-up, one-hand world champion,
Former world record holder.
and also got into the final last Worlds in
Our
2017.
7th ranked seed is the current Scube European champion and holding former world records. Please welcome Poland's Michał Ryzruski.
Michał Żywulski.
Michał
He was a
Żywulski.
finalist last time as well in Paris, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was in Worlds Finals last time. Looking to do better than last time, as he did get last. Little known fact, both of these 3x3 solvers were not color neutral at the last Worlds. This time they are.
So they both recently switched. That is really
They
interesting.
both switched after Worlds 2017. Patrick was formerly blue and green, Michał formerly white and yellow.
That might give him an extra edge on some easier crosses on other colors.
Nathan, what's up? Just watching the finals.
So next
For the Red Bull
Next up, I think the only one solving
Cube Association
right
Championships.
for the rest of them is Philip.
Yeah, Philip Vaya. and
So
those
right now in the
appear
leads,
to be
I think it's
color
still
neutral.
Sean, then
Max Buck
Sebastian.
primarily solves
Both sub 7.
white, yellow,
I'm
blue, green.
predicting Patrick
So
does pretty well
Patrick
here.
getting
But how do you know, I
taking his
guess.
sip,
But
taking his time.
he has to be
That's the
doing
way he
pretty
should
well.
do it.
He's pretty good
Get
with
comfortable on
nerves.
stage. Feel confident. And there he goes. And he's off, starting on green.
Doing
Getting
one of his
2
comfort
pairs.
colours.
That is
A lot of lockups on LL.
bad OL. 846.
Patrick with an 8.46.
That is not that what he was looking for.
Yeah, I think everything up to the last pair was looking good, and then just like 5 lockups in a row cost him.
Now let's see what Michal's doing. He's using the world record or without ridges cube.
Yeah,
He chose to start on yellow.
yeah, again a comfort color.
He uses my G-Perm.
Michal with an 8.04.
804, slightly faster, but still not in the running for
Not the
podium.
best starts, but maybe they can improve. Remember, the worst time is not going to count for your average, so
Yeah.
you can afford yourself a bad time.
It's not over yet, but starting with what you feel like should be your worst time is not what you want
No.
necessarily.
That means you have to do 4 really good solves in a row, and there's no way for errors anymore.
Dimitri got 786 average in semifinal. That's pretty good. That's 0.2
Q
away
has
from
arrived.
finals.
Patrick still takes his time.
He was pretty close
Should-
then.
Yeah, he's
So
got
I
the
can
music.
imagine all the pressure.
He's
at
got
that
the music. He's got a minute on his side.
I believe he has some hand warmers with him as well.
I don't think the judges are actually timing the minute, but no. No pressure here. 4 good souls is what Patrick needs right now.
So he's going for a red cross, preserving
yeah.
a pair in the process. And then get a free pair after that as well.
This is
And
good.
this should be a 6.
Yes.
662.
Patrick with a
Third
6.62.
block off. Pretty good read there, I
Alright.
think.
He'll feel much better now.
Not horrible.
Solid solve from Patrick.
Now let's see if Michal can copy the improvement for the second solve.
He can be sub 7, but nervous. Yeah, I feel that. That's probably gonna be me at your stats.
Looking at red as well, doing a similar thing.
Yeah, he's doing exactly the same actually.
Yeah, same pair order, different
Alright.
OLL,
And a
different
J-perm.
PLL, and some lockups.
lockup, yeah.
That is very common for lefty
Michal with
J-perm
an
using the RUL
8.5,
out,
yeah.
as well as RUL Alex in general, switching between right and left turning
Yeah, so
tends to
the,
cause lockup problems.
the last move on that algorithm is turning the right and the left side at the same time, and then
And then
you
AUF usually can
yeah,
end
yeah,
up on back depending on how you do it.
Mhm.
So it's a very problematic alloc for finals. You would almost wonder if people should switch to something else specifically for when you have nerves.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the RUF or the LUF alg for that case.
Agreed. And I say that as someone that does RUL and messes up a lot.
I mean, there are just some algorithms for the last step, the PLL, that are fine at home, but then if you're gonna do them in competition, the chance of locking up on that is just too high, and
Whoa,
this is
Geo
exactly
Fever?
one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons and a lot of risk to reward to be weighed with PLL algorithms and algorithms in general for that matter. Okay, it looks like Patrick's going for a.
No, he's still
Red
he
cross
looks
again?
still unsure. No, yeah,
I'm
red.
thinking a red.
Red.
Ooh, some kind of wonky D moves and a bit of a lockup on that second pair.
The rest seems to be good. Slight lockup on the PLL. Whoa, what was that?
Okay,
Patrick
so
with an 8.78.
That
Despite-
PLL looked to be like 2.5 seconds.
yeah,
Down
despite
at point,
getting
but
6.6,
pretty bad.
he's definitely out of the running for top 3 now. Although I guess he could technically get 2 low 6s or something like that, and he has gotten counting 5s very recently in his averages. But it's not looking likely for Mr.
no.
Patrick Ponce.
He needs 2 more 5s to get that 8 into a decent average. E-perm, yeah, E-perm, and U2 as well. Ooh,
Yeah.
Michal
7.36
with a
for Michal.
7.36.
Yeah, we saw Lucas heading in 2 E-perms earlier. Not the slowest PLL, but definitely the slowest to recognize due to no blocks and no opposite colors to refer to. So getting that in the finals is always a bit of bad luck for that reason.
Yeah, and E-perm recognition is not the easiest, and then he had the AUF U2 as well.
Yeah, a lot of people do opt to rotate into it just to avoid AUF.
Now Patrick needs 2 really good souls.
Yeah,
To be
Michal definitely out of
on
it.
top
Patrick mostly out of it.
How come I didn't go to Worlds?
We'll still try
Because
it
it's way too
nonetheless.
far Australia. I live in the northeast US, so it's quite a long plane ride, and yeah, it's way too far. Before
There
Worlds,
he
I
goes.
knew Team Army would take with me at Worlds. Yeah, he kind of choked there. Definitely had potential. He had
Seems to be shaking
a
a
few
little
low
bit.
6s.
which is perfectly understandable, of course.
Yep. Another red cross. Small lockups, but sort of was able to push through them, and then a bit of a hesitation on that last
Sledge
pair.
to orient some edges.
Yeah, I think a bit of inefficiency on that
G-perm.
last pair. Yeah,
that
he's
is-
done.
that
That
is
is
a bad
10.7.
That is a fat game over for Patrick Ponce.
That is too bad. I was really rooting for him to do good.
Yeah, you'll notice very small mistakes. Like, you can count the number of mistakes he made on one hand, but it really adds up so quickly for 3x3. It's a very unforgiving event for that reason. Now, switching over to Mikhail Zhivruski. So he's going for a white cross this time, a comfort color. We'll see what he can do with that. Looks good so far.
Arper? No,
Yeah, lockups here and there.
Mihal,
7.2.
7.2.
With these hand warmers, I don't because I don't have any. If I did, I might use them. I'm not sure, but my hands are
Someone
usually
who's
not
got
that
5th
cold.
at US Nationals and also 4th at Euros, which is Mikhail Zhivruski. This is not a great performance by his standards, I would say. He's definitely done a lot better at majors.
Patrick was unfortunately pretty nervous here.
World seems
Because
to be
I'm pretty
one
sure
of the
he has a really good chance of winning. That probably
best
got to his
placing
head,
average for
but
Patrick
normally he's a
is
pretty
795.
show turner
The
too.
worst he could do is 934.
934 would not be a great
His one more
for
salt
Patrick,
here, not gonna do anything.
given his
But
sub
maybe
7
good signal.
general consistency.
But let's assume that he does not make this 1079 counting.
Mm-hmm.
So he's looking at probably a low 8 average.
Yeah, Mikhail, on the other hand, does have guaranteed sub 8, so that's not the worst.
It's not the worst. 798 is his worst, actually.
Yeah.
So 744
Patrick
for
with a
Patrick.
7.44.
That gives him an
I think it's way
823
too many
average. He's
G,
not
V
having
perms
that.
and
Yeah,
C
I
perms.
think that's similar to the
Those
average
are
he
pretty
got
rare
at US
cases, and we
Nationals
saw
last
too
year,
many of
but
them.
cost
That's so
him
weird.
even getting into the finals.
Considering like they should also be using the PBL
So
and
Mikhail can pull off,
CLO,
definitely
and
getting
still
sub
so
8,
many
but
different.
how sub 8?
so they're getting quite
Yet to be
unlucky here.
determined. So looking at white cross again, I believe. I think he did some X cross type stuff. Got a free pair. Awkward
U-perm?
OLL.
Oh, corner twist. Corner twist.
No.
Mihal with a 7.8.
Yeah, that OLL case, it's like the lefty.
And that's it
I
for
don't know
8
what you
and
call that
17,
shape. It's like
guys.
an S.
Big round of applause.
Yeah, it's like LUF gen or RUB gen, or a kind of awkward RUF case where the F moves are in the middle. So
All right, so ladies and
risky
gentlemen,
case.
now up for our next battle. You will hear the crowd go absolutely wild because next up is going to be the local hero, our favorite. It is going to be Felix Zemdex from Australia, Jay's countryman. There you go.
yeah, of course.
Are you rooting for him?
I'm rooting for him. I want to see him get the 3-time world champion.
That would be legendary.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, as you said, the crowd's going to
Our
go nuts.
6th place seed has won worlds
There you go.
twice in
Get ready,
2013 and
Just listen-
2015.
just listen to the
Please
crowd.
welcome Australia's Felix
Just watch the
Zemdex.
crowd.
Nice. Nice. This is what we want. Yeah. Yeah, Australians standing up. Applauding him.
That's why I'm so excited for Felix. Yeah. It's Australia, so this.
Our 5th place seed is the
Most of
former
the people-
2x2
yeah,
world record
Australia.
average holder.
So, yeah.
Please welcome Germany,
And obviously-
Kevin Gerhardt.
Kevin Gerhardt from
Well,
Germany.
Yep, he gets a golf clap
Kevin Gerhardt.
comparison.
Who's off pretty good.
But he did make finals last time. Not unfamiliar to the world stage.
So some background information for you guys. On their way out of the waiting area, they will receive their phone and they're making sure that they're not checking the stream or the chat or the results online. So
Yep, going in blind, as they should be.
yeah, it's like in chess, you know, you cannot have your phone on you or you lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
I imagine Felix is going to have a fair bit of pressure. He's only gotten one podium this weekend, and this would be the first Worlds where he isn't a world champion if he doesn't take it
Really,
home.
they'll do this week.
So you
Yes,
could say
there
there's a
will be.
lot on the line for that reason.
But then
So
again,
stay
I
tuned
mean,
for those. They should be
if
coming out.
anybody can do well under pressure, it's Felix.
Yeah. And it's not like he's going to lose anything from this. You know, he is still the greatest of all time, regardless. But let's go
Taking a
Felix.
lot of time with his hands on the pads. That looks quite a good solve
Bit
so far,
lucky,
Harper.
but okay.
Yeah.
6.7.
679.
With a 6.79.
It's all right.
Oh, they did
Not
well
too bad.
there, but
Definitely no bias on my end or anything.
only Timon Kolozinski had a better solve on the first scramble so far.
Yep, I've got hope. See how Gerhardt can do. Looks like he's going to do a different cross.
Green? No, yellow.
Oh, psych. Maybe he isn't color neutral. I'm not certain. Ooh, he got the rarest Olo case.
A-perm.
Yeah, so that was the
Damn.
rarest Olo case.
Very fast A-perms. To be honest, like normally they're pretty fast, but they're a bit locky here, obviously because nerves. But the key is just to double flick B2, as you can see, it's doing right now.
So there are 21 algorithms,
But that-
or 22 actually.
Yeah, but that case only comes up, I believe, 1 in 216 solves. So you could call it lucky, you could call it unlucky. I would go with unlucky.
I mean, you can prevent it. Right?
you can prevent it, but sometimes you don't want to. Actually, often.
I mean, if it's your back pair, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to do any fancy algorithms to prevent it.
Yeah, it's context dependent. Anyways, Felix
On a
looking
second.
at a white cross.
Correct.
No lockups thus far, at least no big ones.
That looks
Slight.
good.
Okay.
6 move Olo
A-perm.
A-perm. Oh, +2.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Felix with a 9.60.
2 second time penalty because that
Yeah.
cube is not solved
Yep.
completely.
Over 45 degrees off with a 90 degree off, 1 turn off. That's gonna put the pressure on because he's got what should be his worst solve and then one decent solve, not like great, decent. It's like right around where Sean Patrick's average is at. So, not that he knows that or anything, but
You shouldn't.
I would hope not.
Well, unless you can hear the MC in the waiting area, but I assume that is not the case.
Yeah. So, Kevin also doing white.
No.
Kevin
That is not good.
8.25.
Counting 8 for Kevin now.
Also, Igor, second place also,
Counting 8. He can do better.
I believe it's not color neutral as well. So top 3 all not color neutral, I guess. Spoiler.
Now we'll see what Felix is made of.
Yeah. Nerves of steel or is it game over?
Or knees weak,
Mom spaghetti.
arms heavy. Wait, what?
But he
You got
keeps
the
on
order wrong,
forgetting.
man.
He keeps on forgetting.
Looking for blue?
Again with the long pause.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
T-perm?
Yep. That's all right. That's all right.
Felix with a
7.12.
7.12.
Because he's not doing
He's
that
going to
well,
need to do pretty
unfortunately.
well on the next 2. It's gonna be
Um,
Sean. And even then,
Counting
I don't think
7.1.
he's going to survive the coming competitors, especially Max Park.
Yeah.
Also try to avoid
Upcoming are
those that
still Bill
a little
Wang,
bit.
Philip Wire,
Just in case anyone is
Suyupna,
watching
and Max
again.
Park are defending champion.
No results. He feels he's definitely very
Kevin
nervous.
in yellow.
This is
Does he
third
lose the case?
potential.
Does he lose the case? Yeah, he
Well,
does.
Swag
619.
Kevin
Swag
with
money.
6.90.
He's after
I love me some good ZBLL.
Yeah. He's been pretty nervous because 2015 he was going to win for sure. 2013 he was also kind of winning for sure. 2011 he was going to
Now
win for sure.
Felix
but
need to
he
pull
choked.
out a very
2015
interesting
and
trick
2017 and 2019.
Yeah, ideally he would
for
want
making podium.
he would ideally want something in the 6.3 range, I would say.
Yeah, definitely 6 very low, maybe 5.
Yeah, based on what other people got, I think this is one of the better scrambles of the round, but
Yes.
it's hard to say. I don't see many like aligned cross edges, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad scramble. We'll see what we can get. Okay,
Red.
that's not a great start.
No.
And that's going to be diag.
E-perm. 661 though. I mean, for those cases, I mean, for that solve, it was not an easy solve, and he still got a 6.6.
Yeah, but he's not going to win.
That is
Guaranteed.
not enough.
Guaranteed no world champion titles for Felix Mdegs. First time this has happened since 2011. So 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017, he was a world champion in something.
What's up?
Not always 3x3, but something.
We're
And we are officially in a new era of cubing. You saw it here
His
first.
best average is only a 684, which would put
That
him
would put him
at
in third.
third place. So
or Fire.
I think it's almost safe to say that he will not be on the podium this year.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Kevin
though.
667. Kevin
Kevin's
is
like,
doing
yo,
what he
shut up
should.
about Felix and look at me. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I see you, Kevin. I see you.
I got two 8s, but that doesn't prevent me of getting more good times,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I mean, his best
Yeah, I'm a
average
gang
is still.
guru too, you know. I'm up here. I'm out here putting in work.
Yeah, I've got another solve. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Why not? So the best solve of the tournament so far is still 4.82, if I'm correct.
For the whole weekend.
Of the whole, well,
And that was by
4
Felix,
days.
I believe.
Yeah, 4 days. So Felix
at
still
least he's
holds the
got that.
fastest single solve. Maybe you can break that one now.
Yeah.
There he goes with blue. He chose to start on blue.
Okay, this is good.
This is going to be good.
Slight lockups, but
Felix with a 6.4.
secures his current third place, but he's got to get
Current-
through 4 really good competitors if he wants to keep a podium.
Good thing. So
Current third
Felix
place,
actually
684.
At least sub 7 was better than last year. Still.
Yeah.
And now Kevin Gerhardt's last
The
solve.
competition is just that insane.
And Kevin's best possible average is 727, which I think he'll be pretty happy with. You know, he's just kind of happy to be here for the most part, although definitely a capable solver, as he is proving.
Now he knows this. No, you perm.
Yeah, lockups.
758.
Kevin with a 7.58.
Still
That's
a
it for our
758
sixth and
average.
fifth seeds,
That
Felix
is
and Kevin.
plenty respectable for a World's Finals.
Okay, so we are only left with 2 battles. Our last 4 contestants.
Yep, top 4 time. And after this, we're going to have 1 guaranteed podium member. Whoever is first on the rankings after this head-to-head will be guaranteed podium.
That is right.
Could be Sean Patrick,
Our
or it
fourth
could be
place
Bill,
seed
or it could be
is the
Philip.
former four-blind world champion. Please welcome Canada's Bill Wang.
Nice way to introduce Bill, former poor blind world champion, even though he's known for so much more than that.
So what do I think about the Scoot WR? It's pretty crazy. U-perm, that's pretty stupid. But congrats to him, I guess. But some people got a bit mad because it was by someone that was a bit slower. But still, he deserves it, I guess, because he did it under pressure. He did it with good CPS, with a 10 CPS, so not bad.
US Nationals 2018, he got second over Max Park. So he is not unfamiliar to doing well at majors. He has also won Euros previously.
And obviously, Philip is Sebastian's younger brother by 3 minutes.
3 whole minutes.
3 whole minutes. I mean,
Looking to beat his brother as well, no less, because he's in second right now.
Yeah. I mean, his official average is better than his brother.
But will his finals average be better?
So we're starting on the left side with Bill.
Yep. Familiar to doing well at big comps as well, getting second at 2 US Nationals.
So Bill is also color neutral.
He is a color neutral solver. He's been around for a while as well.
Yeah.
I think first comp was in 2011. One of the smoother turning styles as well.
Yeah, I always like watching Bill's souls. A joy to the eye.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing, if you will.
Aesthetically pleasing, well put.
Alright.
He did a sledge on the backside there.
Okay.
G-perm.
I couldn't tell if that
Bill
was a sledge or just like a jank lock-up.
8.52.
It's still 8.5.
I think it was a sledge.
Yeah, that's not a...
All right,
Not a
now
strong
we'll see
start.
Philip, he lives in Willich, which is about 40 minutes drive from Cologne. That's a fun fact for you there.
Yeah, fun facts with Eric Akashak. Solve one for Philip. This guy is not color neutral.
He only starts on white, but that doesn't prevent him from inspecting into the
Oh,
first
this is
2
rough.
pairs of
Oh no. Oh
F12,
no.
but that does not work on the
Philip
solve.
with a 9.63.
So we've seen this a few times. We've had a lot of people starting with really bad times. You know what it means. We've said it before. We'll say it again.
Do I know Daniel's grown after 100?
Okay.
Daniel Carnot? I don't know that,
So we're
unfortunately.
just getting
I'm assuming
those
it's like
repeated.
mid 7
Given
maybe?
the fact that
Or high
these guys
7?
are on track for, not great averages, 'cause, everyone who started with a bad time hasn't exactly gotten a great average except for Sean.
Correct.
If neither of these guys can beat Sean's average, Sean will be guaranteed podium and the first Rue solver to ever podium at a Worlds.
That will popularize the method a lot.
Yes. Agreed. Big agree.
Now, if Bill can do a good second solve, that means nothing is over yet. 724.
I believe he forced a diagonal PLL there, which I think was the wrong play.
That
I
is-
could be wrong, but I
that is
think that's what happened.
Okay-ish. Now Philip needs something good.
Yeah, the next 4, there's got to be some good stuff in here.
I mean, on the plus side, Philip knows that he is only looking for those 4 cross pieces, and that's it.
Yeah, no, he is
No
like someone who
pauses
doesn't
there.
really know how to pause.
Oh, it looks better,
But he
but
does know how to
again,
lock
a
up,
choke on the
unfortunately.
OLL. No,
Yeah, that was-
Philip with a
726.
7
That was like
point
3 big lockups. And again, very unforgiving event.
Still, it's amazing that they can still lose 726 after making so many mistakes during that solve.
But it makes you wonder, even 2 less lockups, that's like a 6.4, and that puts him back in it in a big way. Bless you.
All right, now their second solves don't mean that the average is totally lost, but they really need 3 good solves right now.
Yeah, the thing is, you get a 6.5 on the second, you're like, okay, you don't need to pick up the pace too much. 7.2, you want that to be your worst counting, ideally, when you're in this position.
Right, so what Bill now needs is some low 6s and
Pretty much,
3 of
low
them in a
mid.
row. Starting on red.
Yeah, lockups. I think he
Oh,
misturned on that
bit
third
pause.
pair as well.
No. H-perm, and
It's
that-
over.
It's
Game
over.
over, Bill.
Yep.
Bill with a 10.1.
Counting 852.
Yep.
That will not do it for him.
Yeah, looking good for Sean, our Rue solver from the Philippines. One of the many up-and-coming children. One of the younger the children are taking over, and that's okay. Alright, Philip's third solve. Philip with a 6.24.
Philip with
Yeah.
a 6.4.
Suddenly.
Oh, that's a good start. He needs 2 more of those.
Yeah. He's not out of it yet. Counting 7.26 is not completely bad.
So we just got word that CubeComs is, overflowing, basically. CubeComs cannot handle all the clicks, so if you can, please get off CubeComs so we can actually put in the scores and we can still use it.
Yeah. In the meantime, we do have a live results spreadsheet. I don't know if that can overflow. It's
I guess
basically the same thing.
Google has some resources.
Mhm. Yep, it's there in chat. Give it a
that
click.
is the link. Go
That's
check it
the new
out.
Cube comps. That's the live results.
Now let's see if Bill can pull off some good singles
I
here.
think Bill's calm now because
Yeah,
and
that
EPERM
looks
again.
fine.
Good to execute,
Bill with a
not great to
6.6.
recognize.
It's
So good
661 with an E-perm.
Yeah, that's fine.
You do not have to be ashamed of that.
Yeah. The other solves on the other hand.
It's generally not good.
Alright, Philip, see what he can do. Counting 7.26. Remember, he's trying to beat a 6.78 average by Sean.
So after this solve, we might know for sure if Sean is already on the podium.
It's looking good.
No, that's a good solve.
All right.
597.
Philip with a 5.97.
It's not over yet for Philip.
Best case scenario, 649 average, which would put him ahead
Pretty
of
similar
Sean
to what Sean
and
did.
guarantee
That
him
accountable
podium.
six,
But
count
worst
10
case
as well. So
scenario,
we'll see.
771, which would mean no dice, and Sean is guaranteed podium.
No pressure.
Zero pressure.
So going back to Bill, Bill is up for his last solve now. His best possible average is a 746, which would put him in 6th right now.
Yeah, which is already worse than his previous Worlds performance.
Yeah, let's see what he does. He starts on blue.
Looks like he messed up inspection.
Yeah, there was a definite mistake there.
just finishing OLL now.
So he
Bill,
actually did do the
9.83.
lefty J-perm, so the one that Michal Żuławski choked on.
Yeah, and that gives him an 8.
And now everything comes down to
average.
this last solve from
The solve is
Philip
huge.
Vaya.
Yes, do well here.
Let's see what he can do. This is going to be really, really, really important. So don't blink, stay tuned, hold your breath.
But don't hold it for too long, or
Yeah,
else
he
you'll pass
burns
out.
and beat from final
I mean,
after
With his
so much
speed, I think you're not in danger of passing out.
I just don't want anyone
Alright, here we
trying to. Alright. It's looking good.
This is still looking good. No chokes, no chokes. Eight
Oh,
perm.
that cancel.
That 673. What is that average? What is that average?
Okay, Philip's in first.
674. That
He's
is
in
first
And that's
place
it
right
for
now.
number 3 and 4 rank.
So
That
Philip's
guarantees Philip for the podium.
guaranteed podium for Philip. Getting second place US Nationals last year, and now a guaranteed podium at the World Championships. Considering last Worlds he didn't make the final,
Is everyone ready to
he's
see
going
the
to be feeling
last 10
pretty good
solves
about
of World
it.
Championships 2019?
Wow. I mean, that was really hard after starting with that 9 and then a 7. There was total
We just have
top
one
pressure
request
for him, and he pulled
of
out
people watching on
6,
stream.
5,
Please
and
stop reloading
6.
cube comps.
Very impressive.
Well done to
It's
Philip.
crashing and we can't print
Incredible.
certificates.
Yeah, the announcement here from the MC as well that we should get off of cube comps because it's overloading.
Yep, off a few pumps and onto the spreadsheet.
Our second place seed is the current Asian champ in 3 through 6 and one-handed. Please welcome the Republic of Korea's
So our
Seung-hyuk Nam.
final battle, it is going to be Seung-hyuk Nam from Republic of Korea. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And now the goats.
Our
Get ready
number
for the
1
goats.
seed is the defending
It's the one
world
and
champion.
only.
Please welcome the
He's
United
Max.
States.
He's Max
Max.
Already won 5 events this weekend. Will it be 6?
Our defending world champion Max Park from the United States. Will he go back to back? Will he do the full sweep of 3 to 7?
Yeah. Will he be the first person to win 6 events at a World Championship with
So
the
he's
previous
al-
record of 5?
So he's already won the 4x4, the 5x5, the 6x6, the 7x7, and one-handed events. Insane, absolute goats,
This would
greatest
also make
of
him,
all time.
This would also make him the second person to be a back-to-back world champion in 3x3.
That is right.
The second person to win all 4 rounds of 3x3 in the same weekend.
That is also right. Wow.
Meanwhile, he's up against Seung-hyuk, who got second at the last Worlds.
Oh, remember that timer thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
this time we
man.
got O-rings, so we should be fine.
Alright,
So this is a big storyline for both of these two. Number 1 and number 2 of Worlds 2017 going at it. A lot on the line, especially for Max Park.
So I talked to Nam beforehand, and he actually said that he would prefer not to go against Max in the finals, and I can totally understand that.
Yeah, because the storyline, it's very real. Seung-hyuk is another cuber who actually switched from dual cross white and yellow to color neutrality, previously using white and yellow, had a sub 8 official average with that, and then switched to color neutral later on.
Yeah, proving that now because he started on blue. This is good.
6.80.
Seung-hyuk with a 6.80.
Definitely
he
a
must be
good start.
really confident. After his really good performances on 4 and 5x5,
Yeah, he's got some podiums under his belt already.
and Asian records as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, don't blink. It's Max Park time. And he's off. He chose the yellow cross. 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair, Olo.
V-perm.
Ooh, that is not very good.
Max with a 7.70.
Yeah,
He's on the
like I
ground.
said
It's hard
before,
to
there's a
count
lot on
how
line
many
for Max.
bad
Being the
teams
first person to get
there were.
more than 5 world
That's
champion
like the
titles at
5th
once.
room, I'm
This
pretty
is
sure.
like GOAT status type stuff.
Pressure
Pretty
is
crazy.
on.
Yeah. And then meanwhile for Seung-hyuk, this could be redemption from Worlds 2017, and he could be
Oh,
the world
yes.
champion.
So-
So something else to talk about.
if you would consider this a battle, then it's 1-0 now for Nam.
Yeah.
And he's off, choosing the white cross this time.
Some lockups, but
J Perm, oh, he chose the 687.
Sunke with a 6.87.
So again, the same PLL as Michal Zhivosky and Bill Wang. He chose the RUL algorithm, but
he
it worked.
executed it. He's good with the pressure, so he's got
It
a
worked.
pretty strong start.
Yeah.
On pace for near podium, although he'll have to do marginally better on the next 3 to secure it. Meanwhile, Max is in a bit of danger here.
But if anyone can do it, it's Max Park. Starting on white as well. He's got those 2 pairs in really quickly.
Looking good.
That is good. That is good.
Max with a 6.42.
This is really up in the air. Philip could be world champion. It could happen. Any of these 3 people could be world champion.
Imagine Philip watching this.
Yeah. Could be back-to-back world champion for Max. Could be 2017 redemption for Seung Hyuk. Or it could be a first for Philip Vaya. I don't think he's even had a world's podium.
He was European champion already, so...
Yeah, but this is so much bigger, obviously.
This is worlds.
This is worldwide, baby.
European Championships, you don't have to race against Nam. You don't have to race against Max.
You have to race against Felix.
And he's off. Red Cross. Ooh, some good starts.
Slight pause,
Yeah.
but some
Does he notice? Does he notice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on that. He's on
740.
that road.
Sunke with a 7.40.
So Seung Hyuk.
Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, his next 2 are going to have to be his best 2 if he wants first, or even second or third for that matter, actually.
Yeah, that's right. All of his 3 solves so far are worse than the best average so far, which is 674 by Philip Vaya.
Yeah, and all but 1 are worse than third.
And now this solve is going to be important for Max. He's got that 770, and he wants to keep that out of his counting times, of course.
Yeah, doing yellow, looking very
This
good.
is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Ah, slight lockup,
Slight
but
lockup,
not too
G-Perm.
bad.
Oh,
657.
Max with a 6.57.
and that is counting.
Yeah, Max is bringing it back big time. He's counting his 657 going into the last 2.
They both don't want
Yes,
to get that
770
7
is
count.
definitely
If they do, give them a
dangerous.
bell.
He is owning up to his status here.
Seung Hyuk getting ready for solve number 4.
So exciting.
And obviously being world champion, this means so much for all 3 of these people's careers in cubing.
And you'll have this title for 2 years.
Yeah.
687.
Okay,
Sunke with a
Seung's out of it.
6.87.
So Philip guaranteed top 2.
So there's Philip. Yeah.
Philip guaranteed top 2.
So the-
Sean guaranteed top 3. Yeah, Rue is on podium. Rue is guaranteed on the podium.
That is a first.
Yeah,
That
so-
is a first.
So Sean could get second or third. This will all depend on Max Park.
Oh, he's off green cross.
Yeah.
Pair. Some
Oh.
slight hesitation there.
692.
692.
So what's the best case scenario?
Best case scenario is 664, so nothing's decided yet. It will all
Yeah.
depend on the
Well,
last
he has to win
solve.
then.
Yep, so Max can still win, and he doesn't necessarily need his best solve, but he does need a good solve. Because that 692 is now counting. Seung Hyuk, on the other hand, is unfortunately out of the running for podium. This is going to decide if Max Park is the world champion or if Philip Vaya gets the upset and is the 2019 world champion. But for now, Seung Hyuk doing his last solve.
And outside of the camera's view, Philip is watching and he can barely watch. His nerves must be trembling.
Yeah, like I said, this would mean so much for Philip.
This is a good solve.
633.
633.
Going
Yeah.
with a 6.33.
So he does get his 685 average, just shy.
Do I know the results? I do know the results.
5th place at the moment.
At the moment,
It's gonna be
obviously.
exciting. I want to
Max
watch the
Park.
reaction.
Will he get
of the
back-to-back
crowd for
GOAT
the song.
status?
That'll be pretty interesting. Max needs
Will
to
it be
get
Philip?
6.6 to win here.
Man,
Dude, this
It's a
is so
podium,
huge.
though.
This is
Feels like a
literally
6.
everything right now.
look how calm he looks. Blue. Oh, it does look good. 7th flat, 7
One second
flat.
podium.
7.33.
Phil did it. Phil did it.
Philip did it.
Philip. Yo.
Philip is
Damn
the
the
new
crowd.
world champion.
Dude.
Wow. So Max's average is 683.
nervous,
That puts
but
him in
I
4th.
guess it's
4th place.
Fourth.
Philip Wire, 1st place. Sean, 2nd place with
Wow.
Rue. And then Seb Wire, 3rd. So the twins podiumed.
No.
The Wire twins podiumed.
Philip Wire, our new world champion in
Let's
Rubik's
get a
Cube
huge round of applause
303.
for all of our finalists for 3
And his
by 3
brother
grand
also in the
final.
3rd place. Wow, it is announced here. Wow, it's official.
I don't think anyone would have predicted this podium, by the way. Philip 1st, Sean Patrick 2nd, Sebastian Via 3rd.
Wow, he's going.
No one would
He's
have predicted
going
this.
absolute nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that last solve it started really well. That solve of Max, but then in the end he did choke a little bit.
Yeah, he choked a little bit. Meanwhile, Philip, he started with a 9.6,
Yeah.
and then he won.
I mean, mad respect for coming back that good.
yeah. Started with his worst solve, and then his worst
Unexpected
counting
podium? Yeah, for
afterwards.
sure. I did not predict this. I thought it
Absolute
would be...
beast.
What did I do?
Okay, so
I thought
stay
it was
tuned. We will
Felix.
start with the prize ceremony quite soon.
I would have thought like Felix, Max,
Yeah,
and
we
then
will be
some
swapping
other
out with
person.
Keaton and James. They will be doing the awards
None of them can
ceremony.
make the podium.
And of
It's
course, we will
crazy.
try to get our winner in front of the mic. Of course.
Yeah, we should do a winner interview for
Are you
Philip.
guys wishing to get set
Absolutely.
up for awards quickly?
I'm gonna try again.
So hang around.
Alright.
We'll be doing that very
So,
shortly.
ladies and gentlemen, this was next to me, Jada McNeil.
And this has been Eric Axdyke.
Thank you so much for the stream, for
Peace
watching.
out.
And you'll be now joined by Keaton Ellis and James Malloy. Have fun.
Stay tuned.
Nice animation, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna end up with a few solves, I guess. Yeah. Sorry about that. Upgrade after 100. Did I? I think it was a bit worse. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna change the title. Do like an average of, I don't know, 12 and then finish, maybe? I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna try to get sub 8.5 hopefully, which is what I'm predicting the podium to be. Is the camera good? Okay. Go for some 9? Hopefully, yeah. I don't know why, but like I'm kind of nervous right now. That might just be me being nervous for like the finalists. That's weird. Or just code in this room. 839, not bad. Yes. Here's some 9 actually, not bad. That was good. Hopefully that doesn't count. And it takes music? Yeah, because I don't want to get copyrighted on YouTube streams. I don't know what happens. Like, pretty complicated, but just to avoid copyright claims from many companies or whatever. Okay. And this music is so cool, I think. It's pretty good. It's like not horrible for use. Counting 10, that's bad. Pretty good. That's not good either. Do I have green numbers when I put the head on stack mat? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Strange? Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't do that. I know it doesn't for the keyboard, but not for stack mat. This average is turning out to be a bit bad. I want to hit us on 9 and for 12 though. Not gonna make it. In Jane's video, he has green numbers, I see. That's weird. I think this is for me sometimes, but not always. You don't have it too? I'm not sure what it depends on then. Maybe on the computer? I'm not sure. The average log is and ruined it at the end. That stinks. I'll do it a compliment of 5 and then I'll end it. not bad. Henry Sang, what's up? You back? Alright, something better. We'll feel good. Alright, one bad solve. Am I going to Nats? Yes, I will be going to Nats. I will post the mains and goes hopefully soon. Maybe this week. When? Nats is August 3rd. No, August 1st to the 4th, I think. And maybe staff comp at the 31st. And I am one of staff, so I might be there. So yeah, that weekend pretty much. Already been pretty good. .845 average. That might podium. I'm not sure. Probably not, to be honest. I think I'm gonna do one more actually, just for fun. I'll do one more. Better practice. I may chase a bit slower so I don't get 30. Because that's super annoying. That was a pretty bad block. That was super bad. This is all your subs per starting score 1. Not starting score 1, like maybe halfway through. Like a few years maybe. The rest of those solves are not recorded, I don't think, on this session. So yeah, still quite a bit, 17,000. Pretty crazy. Wait. One last solve. Alright, I'm still chopping the cable a lot, which is weird. Yeah, that's it for the stream. Pretty short considering I did the viewing thing, but I'm gonna end it here, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys, for those who stayed. And I'll see you guys next stream. It's going to be next week, Sunday as well, so not Saturday. So I'm gonna switch Sundays. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye. Alright, see you guys.